Okay, so hello everyone there on YouTube. This is me, Looking3, and of course we have today, bro.
Me and Insane Spiral.
I mean, I know you're always the one that's there, but still. So in the background, just to say real quick, this is just random matches. Hopefully, you know, you enjoy the matches just going on behind us. Not really anything crazy. Uh, so today's topic though, just kind of as a, I was gonna try and do a different video, but then it kind of got a little muddied, and it got muddied kind of because of the topic for this video. So we're gonna do this one instead. And with this video, we're gonna be talking about ranked. Maybe kind of ranked games in general, but of course more so with Paladins because that's kind of our thing that we do right now, or that we do when we have time, to play ranked. Otherwise, like we don't have like multiple games where we play ranked. Um, So yes, me and Spiral, we both play ranked in Paladins. In fact, the background footage is us playing ranked together. Um, but as of I would say for sure since the beginning of this season in Paladins, it's been a not very great time to be interested in playing ranked. And again, I'll say like majority of this overall majority of this is still going to be more paladin centric, but this you can kind of take this to any kind of ranked, ranked experience in most games. So I have been trying to climb to diamond because I simply want to get the border, and as long as you touch diamond, as long as you say you accomplished diamond, to me that's all. That's fine. I don't see myself as a grandmaster or a masters, or even heck, not even really a high diamond. That kind of stuff you have to. I believe as a system that you should take a lot of practice and a lot of skill. And while I think I'm really good at the game, I'm no pro. I don't stream this every day, especially not now. With work and all the other stuff going on right now, I kind of don't feel like playing sometimes. So. Um, but yeah, so I guess to start off with will be my experience, and Sproul can kind of say his experience, even though we kind of have the same thing, his thoughts on it too. For this year's
We are
rank,
pretty much the exact same skill
uh,
of a high plat low diamond.
so like I said, so I'm gonna just say my part, and then Sproul can follow up his part with how he feels about it too. But again, as I said, this year for Paladins Ranked has been fairly depressing. Now, last year, and I mean last season, so like the total season, I probably did not really play until like near the end,
Wow.
like near the end of the third split. Like not really, like maybe the second half of the third split, and then the fourth split is when I kind of just really kept playing. Again, long story short for that one, because I don't want to go through every year of ranked, but um, I got to diamond. I got to diamond fairly easy. Actually, in fact, on a separate account, which I just have for fun, or when that I had, because when I first met Spiral, I was already like well into playing the game. I didn't want Spiral to get discouraged when I first started playing the game, so I made it a secondary account to be able to play with him, and so we could play at low levels. And even that one, which I have just like sitting there, literally, other than like once or twice a year when I decide to hop on with new people or friends who barely play the game, I'll even on that one last year, I got to diamond by accident. um, so like I know I can get to diamond. It's possible in any game. It's technically possible to get to high levels of rank. But again, with this year, it's really been it's been a chore. Me and Spiral together have really been playing basically all year this year, on and off in ranked. It's obviously sometimes you want to play more, sometimes you play less. You know, however much time, like that's not the most key thing. We put in a fair amount of time in either case for since the season started, and it has just been the same thing over and over again. That we don't, or at least I don't know. Sprout doesn't know either, really, but we don't know what happened. But with this season, there seems to be so many more people.
Well,
We no, don't bring that up either. Again, that's years ago. Don't bring that up. That's not the point.
but it's definitely like
No, yes, it's a small factor, but that's not the main problem. Again, all of last year was okay. It was okay. Was it amazing? No. No, ranked is never amazing in any game. But it was okay. But again, this year, for whatever reason, there was, again, I'm not trying to not repeat myself. Whatever reason, there has been a flood of like low-level people just getting in. And partially that's probably because of, Corona. New people are hopping in or deciding that they're on this game so much they might as well play ranked or something like that. Like a flood of lower level people into ranked, and just a lot of just finding a lot of people. They're just like, how did you get into ranked? And before we go into a bit more of the details, because there was actually someone else who made a video touching on ranked a bit. I'm gonna let Sparrow kind of say some stuff of, like his general feelings for the year and everything like that so far.
so what? Just like
how you felt, because again, you played, we both played last year,
yeah,
and last season, and like, well, you got to like plat 2,
yeah.
And I got to diamond twice.
In season 1, I actually like went back and checked. I actually got a diamond 5, and I just don't like the diamond border, like that solid blue. I prefer the trees. That was like right at the end with you. But yeah, season 1 fine. Season 2 ended at high platinum, plat 2. Season 3, for a video which I'm now also making, where it's basically going to be this, but like even longer and pinpoint. But like, I have at one point made it to master and got to speak with other master rank players. But like, aside from that one little section, which was like a week because it was just talking to them and like playing with them for that video, aside from that one little thing, I'm like, okay, I made it. Happy I made it, and I want to help Blame. I'm just here as moral support. I don't want to say I don't take it as seriously, because that sounds like a fucking bad way to say it. But it's like, I don't care if I finish in bronze. I don't care as long as Blame gets to where he wants to go. I am here as the support. I know I can play at a high platinum, low diamond level, and I can support him so that he gets the diamond. So I don't care as much about my rank. But even though I don't care about as much about my rank, it still feels bad, because I am a tank. I try and carry the point as much as possible. I need people doing their shit. I need the damage dealers damaging. I need the healer healing. And then you see, like, as Blame said, low-level people, or even people that are account level 700, buying Haven. You're the damage dealer.
We're going to get into more details specifically in a minute. Just kind of your general...
Yeah, I'm just wrapping it up, bro. It's like, I need the damage dealer to buy Cauterize and do damage. He's off there buying Haven. He's not damaging. I need the healer to be healing me. They pick Genos, who can't heal, and I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god, these fucking people. And even when they pick someone good like Furia, they pick a beam talent. It's like, this is ranked. You should know these things. You should know not to do these things. Why are you still doing these things? So it's like, season 3, it's just
We're in season 4, by the way.
It's gone right down the drain.
We're in season 4, Sparrow.
Hmm?
We're in season 4 right now.
No, we're not. We've only had 2 borders. We had
No, but we're in season 4.
border.
Season 1 was the open beta phase. You didn't get borders. Season 2 is when they started doing borders.
Oh yeah, they didn't count the open beta phase though, like, because if you look at your loading,
Well, it's unofficial season 1. It's unofficial season 1. Then it was season 2, season 3, and season 4.
I'm still gonna call it season 3 because, like, right now our loading borders have a little 2 on them, and when we get the borders this season, it's gonna have a 3 on it. But yeah, main point, this season's gone right down the drain.
So yeah, to get into some more fine details, like Sproul was touching on, and again, coming into, I just kind of want to get the name. I want to make sure who I'm referring to. Yeah, Cyberbolt. Cyberbolt's a known. Well, he's not really a Paladins YouTuber. He's pretty much stopped making Paladins stuff for the most part, and he hasn't really done many videos, but recently he just did a video and he was like, how he's talking about his life and just kind of saying, I'm still playing Paladins on and off, But he did mention these things, and I've been saying this stuff for at least for the beginning of the season, a lot more than I did before. It's really astounding how people, just how people get to these ranks where you are. Mind you, okay, there is a matchmaking system in ranked. There's the elo system that we don't get to see. But you still think that, okay, to a degree, within reason, you're at least fighting a team that should have the same breakdown as you. And just on paper, yes, they do. But in practice, it never, way too often does it seem like that's not the case. Because, in fact, and even though we still won this one, this match, just as an example, in fact, it should probably be finishing up. I think that was the first match. This match should be the one in the background, kind of finishing up. We had a Joes on our team, and I kept telling him, buy Cauterize. Dude, you're our primary damage dealer. You're also our blast dealer. You need to have Cauterize. No, they didn't have any they didn't really have any shielding that needed to be broken, so we just needed you to apply Cauterize, and then me and Khan could probably clean people up. And again, as I was telling Sparrow too, before we were recording, I'm not saying that you have to, even as a damage dealer, rush level 3 caught. Oh my god, if you're somehow not, if you don't have level 3 caught by 2 minutes in, well, you're really dumb. No, but grab a level of Cauterize. You're the damage dealer. That is the primary damage item in the game. If a support doesn't buy Cauterize for whatever reason, even though, again, ideally it should at least be the last thing they buy, at least, a level of, again, just to help. Because, again, it's that important. But, if a support didn't get it, okay, somewhat understandable. If the tanks are kind of holding off on it a little bit, on certain tanks, okay, fine. But again, for damage people, including flankers, not only just a damage roll, flanking roll too, you need it. You just do. And again, that is a very core basic thing that people pick up on even as they play casuals. Because if you're constantly shooting this guy and they're not dying, and you see this stream of green coming into their body, you should kind of figure out, oh, that's why I'm not winning that fight. So the point being that, okay, if we go and I see his profile, he's not a new person. He's a person that apparently had over 200 account levels on me. And mind you, after a level 100, account levels are not easy to get unless you're playing a lot. You know, like what's my account level? Well, my account level is 400 and something. And mind you, I've been playing since the game started. If I go to my summary, I have over 1,000 hours in the game. Okay? So it takes a good minute to get some stuff. With that being said, it's like, why, as a person who's obviously that experience, would you not, do the one of the most basic things? So again, did he play awful? No. We still won, and and he had kills, he had damage, but again, kills and damage are not everything. Just because you have all the kills on the team does not mean you were actually efficiently helping the team. Just because you have lots of damage doesn't mean you were actually really helping kill people, because if all your damage is, again, being healed for free, you're just feeding, again, like in Overwatch, you're feeding the support ult charge. That's all you're doing. And mind you, in Overwatch, they don't even have cauterized. So if you're just spraying and not actually confirming anything, it's that much worse. So the whole point of this is not to single out this one guy. It's not. But it's to say that too many people have that mentality, and that's what really ruins ranked. And I'm going to turn this part over to people real quick. So, but I want to wrap up by saying, at least my part real quick, that it really comes down to being a people problem. And I've told Sparrow this many times before, that it's not really, okay, sometimes it is the talents they pick. If they pick something really that bad, it is because of that. But also, too, because of just, the player skill and the player mentality. I'm going to turn this over to Sparrow real quick so he can say some stuff on this, and then we'll see if we can wrap it up by saying, well, kind of what can be done and kind of what do we expect. So, Sparrow.
All right, and I've got the opposite. Because is it a people problem? Yes, it is. Sometimes it is. Was that Drogo's bad for not picking Cauterize? Yes, he was. Was that Furia bad for picking the beam talent? Yes, she was. But there is also another problem, and this is, since season 2, and I guess people didn't really notice in season 2, and it's everybody's now noticed in season 3. Originally, in the beta and in season 1, there was several restrictions. The gates were closed. You had to be account level 25. You had to have a minimum of 12 champions, and those 12 champions had to be a minimum of level 10. There was a whole bunch of restrictions. Now, that's all gone. There is no restrictions. And we have seen people where they have come in. They don't even own a tank. Sorry, they might own the one free tank that you get, but they've never played them. So it's like, all right, so the 12 heroes thing, that's out the window. The fact that you need a champion at a set level, nope. There have been people that have come into ranked and have just had a level 0 Cassie. They do not know how to use Cassie. They do not know who Cassie is. They don't know what she does. They don't know how she moves. They are literally level 0. The first ever time playing Cassie. Why is this allowed in ranked, Tyre? Why is this level 0 allowed in ranked? So something they could do is bring those restrictions back. Close the gates. Now, I know a lot of people will be like, dude, but that's being a dick. You're restricting people. What if people want to play? And it's like, yeah, that's being a dick. But that's what ranked is. It's like, you're there to show that you understand the characters, you understand how to play these characters, and you're not coming in with a level 0 that you've never played before. So when I'm always saying it's a game problem, yeah, sometimes it is a people problem, But the fact that these restrictions are gone and any random Timmy off the street can come in with his level 0 Cassie, it's also a game problem. So put them restrictions back. Go on.
Well, like I said, so also too, before we get into some other stuff, just to, again, because I did want to mention a little bit more about the video without, again, completely saying like we're copying the video or just writing off the video. But when one of the things that was really surprising to hear in Cyberbold's video was, again, and this kind of, again, ties back to this as a people thing, that when he said that when he would talk to Grandmasters and Master people, that when he would talk to them, he said, well, how did you guys get to Masters or Grandmasters? Like, you want to know the secret? You dodge. And it's like, what? What do you mean? Well, I mean, for me, it's just like, what? What do you mean you dodge? And they were like, yeah. That they told him that if you want to really, really get to Masters and Grandmasters, if you want to do that, guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to, every time you get a whiff of, oh boy, in the chat, then you just dodge. And again, this will lead into the next part, that's a really sad thing to have to expect that you can't trust people you really cannot trust people that badly that you're like, no, I'd rather potentially lose the whole day of play just to be like, no. Because as you continually dodge, your penalty will go up. It goes 5 minutes, I think it's 5 minutes to 20 minutes to an hour, and then a day. You can dodge like 4 or 5 times before that happens to you. So it's like, wow. Like, really? My whole day has to be ruined because of these people. And yeah, that's sad. So again, this leads into the next part, that, well, what do we kind of want to really happen? And I'll say this, and I give a lot more credit to them than Sparrow does. But I do kind of wrap this up without him going into a ramble too, that they can definitely tighten matchmaking if they wanted to. The developers, which is Evil Mojo, yeah. Evil Mojo, if they want to, they could tighten the matchmaking for ranked. And that would definitely help stifle the problem a bit. But it doesn't really fix the core problem. And that is the fact that, well, if people want to be bad, if people want to be assholes, if people want to leave, if people want to give up, then, you know, well, what do you want them as a company to do? They can't change people's, behavior.
But you can change.
I mean, and even in saying that, we have plenty of times gotten the message saying, oh, an action been taken against someone you reported, an action been taken against someone you reported. And again, we play a decent amount of ranked, so a decent amount of that is in ranked. But again, even that can only go so far. So, like with Sporo, and I'll agree with Sporo on this, there probably should be definitely a higher level cap for ranked. I really do not feel comfortable with the idea that level 25 people are hopping into ranked, playing with us because they're unranked. So, their elo is starting fresh. So they get into a match with us. We're trying to get through plat and we have that diamond skill or elo, however you want to define it. But we have that, and we should not be playing with them, or and honestly, we shouldn't be playing against them. Getting a free win against people who obviously do not know what they're doing, or if the enemy team has 3 AFKs, that's not really a rewarding win either. But again, even in our games, when we have the 2 people AFK and a thrower, it's like the enemy team will still be ha 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 ha, it's you, until it's their, again, until it's on their side. So there can definitely be a higher level restriction. I think it's a little unfair to require so many people, you can only use these people if you have them at level. You should definitely be able to prove that you have a wide enough range of skills to be able to enter ranked. If you want to specialize when you play ranked, that's fine. I don't mind someone who specializes in being a tank, who they play a lot of tank. I don't mind someone who specializes even in playing a lot of damage. But that's not the point of ranked. The point isn't to, oh, I'm going to play, the only thing I'm going to play in ranked is Delta. No. You're playing for the team. You're playing so that you can get your team, yes, that includes yourself, a win, so that you can climb the ladder to prove that you have that skill to climb the ladder with those other people, so that you are in the right place with these other people. So yes, do I want, before I turn over to Spiral to wrap it up, and then we can end it, do I want to see more people, do I want to see more restrictions so we don't see, like, quite the amount of people that, that we see doing these wrong things? Yes. But again, before I turn to Spiral, that yes, that does mean taking their part into account, thinking that yes, it is going to seem unfair or kind of annoying to have those other things happen. But I'm gonna and to just finish my part again, sorry. And to, when even saying that, we have had, at least I have, because I've also play sometimes on my own when Spiral's either busy or when I just feel like playing a match or two, late at night or something like that. I have played with gold, silver, and even bronze people, and have had amazing or just fun matches because they were good players. Just because, again, leading back to what we said before, like, how do these people get up there? Because they make that experience as fun. Because how are these people down here, why is it so much fun to play with them and it's such a horrible time to play with you because you don't know what you're doing, or you're at least not trying to compensate for it in some way? So I'm going to leave it over to Spiral so he can do his part, and then we can wrap it up with, what do we want done, or kind of what do you want to see some change without getting too rambling. There you go, Spiral, your turn.
Right. It's simple. Here's the things. Number 1, account level 50 minimum. Like, that is a little bit of a grind, but by the time you get to level 50, you should have at least some experience. So number 1, you can't come in until your account level 50 minimum. Number 2, bring back the old rules. A, you need 12 champions minimum. If you haven't got 12, you're not getting in. B, those champions need to be a min. Now, I would say 20. I would personally say 20, but I know a lot of people would disagree with me. So I'll meet you halfway and say that those champions, bare minimum, have to be at least level 12 as well. That way, you've got all 3 talents from levels 4, 6, and 8, and you've got an extra 4 levels just to see which talent you like the most. So, account level 50, minimum 12 champions. Any champion needs to be a minimum of level 12, just so that you've got all the talents and you can have a play with those talents. Next, the ranking system needs to be locked. So what I mean by this is, technically, a diamond should not be able to play with a gold. If you look at their chart, it's segregated. Bronze, silver, gold play together. Platinum and diamond play together. Diamond and masters play together. But by a loophole, people can chain it down. So, like, a diamond can play with a platinum. Oh, but because you've got a platinum, that platinum can play with a gold. Oh, because you got a gold, that gold can play with bronze and silver. So you can end up having a diamond that really knows what he's doing being forced to carry a bronze that has no idea what they're doing. That needs to change. If there is a diamond in your party, that's it. No gold. Not a single gold person can come into that match. It has to all be platinum and above. Even if, like, there's one person that's platinum and their friend is gold, can't do it. Then you have to leave this diamond match. Like, if there is a diamond, it's minimum platinum and upwards. There can be no golds. You got to lock the matchmaking. And that's really about it. But you know what? Just to be fair on all the little people, because that's a lot of restrictions to little people. I'll fire a shot at the big boys as well, the masters and grandmasters. I think they should get punished for dodging. Because as Cyberbolt says in his video, and as Blaine brought it up, if you see someone that's like, ooh, I don't know about this, I'm going to dodge, there's no penalty for dodging. You don't lose any ELO, you don't lose any TP, you don't really get punished in any way. No, that needs to change. If there is like a Grandmaster and he wants to dodge, that Grandmaster can dodge, but he's going to lose 20 TP, maybe even 30. Really, really make it a punishment. Like, if you're going to dodge, not only are you going to get your 10-minute timeout, you're also going to lose a good chunk of TP because we know what you're playing at. So I'll even fire a shot up their direction and say, if Grandmasters want to dodge, they should be punished for dodging. That's about all I've got to say.
Well, I mean, the whole reason why they're comfortable with dodging is like they don't want to lose points because they're gonna. Why am they gonna sit there for 20 minutes and then still lose points? That's the whole reason of dodging.
If you're that good, then
but again, no, it doesn't matter how good you are. It's a team game, and I don't want to go through this in this video, but the point being that they don't want. It comes again back to people. They don't want to deal with these other people who obviously either don't care or should not be where they are. So again, to wrap this up real quick, before we keep going on, that there does need to be changes. Hopefully there will be changes for next season. We hope. Because if anything, just like I said, if anything, better matchmaking. Ideally, yes, some restrictions so that we can, have that, that just that little bit of barrier to entry so people aren't just rushing in. Especially it feels bad when you have to do those splits and you have to get through those promos and everything like that. So, but yeah, like I still love the game. I still like playing the game. I wish there was I wish I was just able to enjoy Ranked that much more. And again, all I want to do is get to Diamond. Once I get my reward, I know I've earned what I've earned, and that's all I want. And if I could just do that, I can hop into Ranked and I won't care. It's like I just want to get I would hop into Ranked after I get my Diamond. I just want to either help Spiral get his border, which again he's already explained his situation. That's not the case this time. But I would help Spiral get his border, or I would just go in to play with my team and I'm like, look guys, I'm helping you get that win. GG. But I want to, get what I know I kind of deserve to get. Any last words for you two, Sparrow?
No, I'm good. I've said my piece in a short depth in my assembly of clowns.
So yeah, here's hoping to another good year for Paladins. We're obviously, and hopefully for some changes for the better. So this has been me, Looking 3.
And me, Insane Spiral.
And for those who watch it, hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.
Bye.